Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Happy Tuesday. You know it. I know it. She's still in bed. Can you believe it? I can. Actually, I can't. She has never in my entire existence of knowing this lady been this sick. Now, is it necessarily something to worry about? No, but she's just been down for the count, like legitimately down for the count. Like it just hit her hard. She was on her way home from work Saturday night. She says, I really don't feel good. I really shouldn't go to work tomorrow. And I was like, well, call in. She goes, I can't, because that's her, her go-to for everything when it comes to work. I'm not calling into work. You can't make me. I'm going. And I'm thinking, yeah. And she was like having, trying to stay on the road. And, her driving was the biggest, scariest thing that we had dealt with. She gets home. I have stuff to do. I had just come back from the grocery. I had a lot of things to put away. And by the time I was able to get everything taken care of upstairs, she was asleep. She'd showered. She was asleep, and she's basically been in bed. She did come downstairs for a little while today while I took a nap because I'm starting to catch whatever it is she has. Hopefully not as bad as she has it or had it, because we've got stuff to do. We've got these lives to do, and, we don't want to let you guys down. But with that being said, thank you so very much for clicking on this live. Those of you who may be new here, my name is Dustin. This is KetoSimple, where I try to showcase my journey of weight loss, better health, all the things, losing over 100 pounds. So, I think I've frozen. That's not good. Technical difficulties being what they are. Let's see if I can get that to come back. There's my face. It's frozen. You know how it goes, right? Let me go ahead and let me remove that. Let me go into my settings here and see if I can get that to go and do what I want it to do. But anyway, my journey, I've lost over 100 pounds, gained some, lost some, in the process right now of doing triple B and E. Which is a lot easier this go round. That I must admit. Do not like the fact that my everything is not working as I want. I just restarted my computer twice. But anyway, I want to jump in here to the chat a little bit. We got Jeff Fafaz here. I want to touch base briefly on the chat here. I have some talking points that I want to discuss because keto on a budget, smart spending versus quality ingredients, something that's been kind of on my mind this last couple of days, dealing with buying heavy cream. The idea is carrageenan such a dangerous ingredient that we should be spending 4x the amount as we are spending on a product with carrageenan versus without. So if you saw my post, the local Walmart here, I buy a 64-ounce great value container of heavy cream for like $9.50. The only one they sell that doesn't have carrageenan is an organic one with organic cream, and it has gellan gum or gellan gum or whatever you want to call it, and it's over $5 per pint. So $5, almost $6 for 16 ounces. So you're looking at, well over $22 for a 64-ounce container. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, you know, I don't understand why my camera's not working. But you know how this works. This is the way it is. This is the way things go. I don't like it. Let's see. I guess this is what it's going to be. You get to see KetoSimple here talking. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Evelyn is here. Thank you, dear. Hello, friends. Sorry, Chandra's still feeling icky. Sending love and prayers for a quick healing. Thank you so much. Carnivore K is here. Sorry you both don't feel well. I felt fine until she didn't feel fine. Then she had to give it to me. Andy's here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, Andy. Julia the Pines. Hi, everyone. Hope Shanna's feeling better. I can hear her. She's up and moving. She's just went to the bathroom. I can hear it because the bathroom is right on the. I don't know why I'm pointing. I'm pointing here, like behind me, like you can see me. That's frustrating. But anyway, yeah, she's like the back behind me is where the bathroom wall is. So like that's our ensuite bathroom. So yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Amy's here. Hello, Amy. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Jaheel says, hi, Evelyn. Hi, everyone. I'm going to do a sexy sacrificial dance to ensure a speedy recovery for Chandra. Never done one before, but I'm looking through Shein for something spicy to wear. Wish me luck. Well, I hope it fits because I think like you got to order like if you're like a size small in American, you got to order like a 4XL in Shein, right? I don't know really for sure, but I'm really curious to see what this sexy dance, this healing dance of yours looks like, Jaheel. I'm truly fascinated. Yeah, you should definitely put that on TikTok. I think TikTok would be a wonderful place for that. Sean is here. Good evening, Sean. A very good friend, Sean. Oh, pillar of the community. Debbie's here. Hello. Excuse me, Debbie. Kay is here. Good evening, Kay. Sorry, everybody, for that. And as always, stick around after the chat. This will automatically push you over to Keto Chow's live at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. I should say it. Thanks for watching my videos, says Andy. I watch all your videos. Not really the day they come out. I try to watch them. There's so many videos. Let's see. So many lives, so many videos. Everybody's saying hello. There we go. Barbara Castor's here. Hello, friends. Sorry to hear Chandra's still not well. And I hear you're not feeling well either. That's true. Yeah. Yep. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Brenda Foley is here. Good evening, Brenda. Thank you for being here. Kathy Ray is in the house. Good evening, Kathy. Thank you for joining us. Debbie Savings. Thank you for being here. Oh. Let's see. Thanks for the suggestion, Evelyn. The more eyes, the better. Maybe the universe will watch my video and heal her. Yes. I love it. Not quite sure what's going on with my camera. It's just one of those nights, I suppose. Stacy's here. Easy peasy keto. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Hope you and Ken are having a wonderful time. I know you guys are just getting over all your sicknesses and everything. Rick Wynn is here. Hello, Joe. Sherry Nevada Pup is here. Hello. Chris Cook in Asheville is here. Good evening, my friend. Let's see. Dustin, wishing you and Chandra a quick recovery. Both my grandsons were sick over the weekend and yesterday. I'm hoping I don't get whatever they had. So far, I'm good. Well, I did pretty good the first couple of days. And then like last night and then today was just like, bleh. But I am not feeling super duper bad. Lynette is here. Hi, friend. Howdy. I'm so thankful for Lynette. I'm glad she got to go to Vegas and go to the SoFi. I think it was SoFi. conference, and she got to take pictures of all the great things and all the great people and had the good times and funness that was there that I didn't get to go to. So at least I got to kind of experience that a little bit with her. Thank you, Lynn or Lynette, for that. Oh my goodness. Oh my good people. Yeah. Oh no, feel better. Ooh, I hope so. I don't like feeling bad. It's not fun. Andrew Lee's in the house. So many live streams, so little time. Hello from Nome, Alaska. Oh my goodness, that's awesome, Alaska. We've been watching Northern Exposure, and I don't think it's a real town, but Sicily, Alaska. I don't think it's a real town, but it's kind of a cool look at it's kind of a cool look at Alaska. It's kind of a weird time capsule too because it was set in like 93, 94. So it's kind of like there's a lot of themes and things in that show that it's like, well, that's just kind of on the cusp of not being okay anymore, you know? But interesting, and I think we're in the last season or we'll be on the last season. Stacy says, "I'm sorry that Dustin is under the weather. The crap. Well, the problem is our granddaughter is spending more time with her cousin. While that's something that you want them to do, you want them to make friends with their cousins and spend that quality time with each other and learn from each other and have that love network and all that stuff. Build out those bonds and those memories. The issue is they go to different schools, so they're bringing home different things and then mixing them together, and they're just like cutting through our house and their house and everybody just like a tornado of just disgusting because they're both in kindergarten and neither one of them are very clean because they're kindergartners. They're like, you have to force them to wash their hands, and they're like, "Why do I need to wash my hands?" Well, because germs, and they haven't quite got the germs yet. So they have no idea that there's little bitty things that if you don't wash your hands, make you sick. Try to explain it to a kid, and they're like, "You know what? I don't understand what you're talking about. You're lying to me." You know? Thank you, Debbie. Prayers for Chandra and you not getting sick as bad. I hope I don't get sick as bad. Who? Ash Taylor. Hello, friend. Hello, Dustin and everyone. If you haven't had a chance, go over and watch her new video for Stuck on Indiana. Be sure to go check that out. It needs to have 1 million views. She needs to go #1. She needs to win a Grammy in the Country Music Hall of Fame and do a duet with Dolly Parton. She needs it. She needs to go on tour with Jelly Roll so I can hang out with Jelly Roll. I mean, nothing selfish about that at all. But you know what I mean. Sherry said, "Did you have the crud first? I hope Chandra gets better soon." Well, I had it a couple of weeks ago, and then that wasn't so bad. It was more like just like sniffles and a cough. Then we kind of healed out of that, kind of got better, and then Chandra just started kind of gradually getting it, like Thursday, Friday night, and then Saturday she came home from work, and it was just like bam, and just knocked her down for the count. And she has been in bed almost the entire time, except getting up to go to the bathroom. And she did text me last night. She goes, "Do you want to come up and watch TV with me? I'm so lonely." And I was downstairs doing stuff and doing all the normal things I have to do. And I was like, never felt like so bad. I was like, "Oh my god, my woman feels lonely." So I hurried up and went upstairs, and we watched an episode of Northern Exposure, and we both basically passed out before the show was over. So you could tell we were both nice and tired. Ash saying that she hopes that Chandler feels better soon. Me too. I don't like it when she feels bad because she does it so rarely that when it hits her, it really hits her. She's down for the count. Holly Springer's in the house. Good evening, Holly. Thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate you. Okay, Jahil says, "Whatever is going around is contagious as heck. My coworker today said her lungs hurt still. Mine hurt too, but I'm fine now. And it was cute. It was cute sick only. Tell Chandra we're sending her good vibes." Yeah, our daughter called in today because yesterday we were talking about everything, and she was like, my lungs hurt. It just hurts to breathe. And I'm like, well, that's never a good thing. And Joe says, "You got to find heavy cream with all the adding ingredients to begin with here in Georgia. Most of the time, my grocery store doesn't have heavy whipping cream." Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I would love to be able to buy it without carrageenan in it. And I'm planning a video about carrageenan versus gellan gum and like why each is used and how they're made and all that stuff to go, a deeper dive that we won't do in this live, but I do have a video in the works on that. And again, anytime you have video ideas, just send them to me. Anything you want to know, anything you need a deeper dive on, why things are done the way they are, all that fun stuff. Um, you know, just let me know. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, like Walmart's 64 ounces of heavy cream is less than $10, where it's going to be over 20 some dollars to get the normal, like the stuff without carrageenan. Is that worth it? Truly, is it worth it? I don't think it is. I mean, to me, Kathy Ray is in the house. Thank you for being here, Kathy. Yep, I use Great Value too, unless the organic is on sale. And to me, it doesn't matter if it's organic or not. It's just that one ingredient. It's a very small ingredient. It's like less than 2%. It's kind of like the idea of maltodextrin in Element. It's a very small amount. And most people, it's not going to be impactful. But the people that it impacts. And those of us who would rather not have it, I understand. But the cost. The cost is the issue. I mean, I'm paying 2 to 3 times more, 2, 3, 4 times more for something. Just it has a very slight ingredient change, and there's no real difference other than that. And I don't understand why that one ingredient makes such a drastic price difference. So that's hopefully something that I can get to the bottom of when it comes to the difference between carrageenan and gellan gum. Bride's Biscuit is here. Thank you for joining us. Sup, fam? Sup, fam? I'm glad you are here. Oh, my goodness. Jennifer Lucas, that's not you. Well, it is me, but my camera's not working. I love when things don't go according to plan, but what are you going to do? Sharing is caring, Dustin, 1000%. Yeah, this topic is one of those things that's at the bottom of my heart because, you have factions in this community that come in and say that, if you're not eating grass-fed, grass-finished, single source, free-ranged, organic, 100% perfect food, well, you're a failure. And I don't think that's the case. I think you can do a lot of good by eating, bologna and hot dogs. And even Dr. Barry has parroted that. And, you can get 90% of the way there eating, bologna and hot dogs, then you're having maybe some like, the 2773 big 10-pound tubes of beef from Walmart, which is so strange. They don't have an ingredients list on those tubes. And I filmed more content and more video of that. And I'm going to make a video like, why is there not an ingredients list on this? Yes, the front of the package says 100% beef, but we know that the front of the package and what's on the back of the package don't always line up. So that's why it's hard for me to take a look at the front and says 100% beef. Then the back of the package doesn't even bother to have an ingredients list. It just says ingredients beef. It doesn't say that. Why doesn't it say that? That bothers me. But understanding that, I've got a lot of benefit out of that stuff. When we had a family of 5, 3 kids living under this roof, and we're buying tons and tons of hamburger and trying to meet a budget, before we made money, before we were where we are now, there was a tight budget, and even our budget's still tight. Like, the idea of going and buying, $10, $12, for a 32 ounce of heavy cream is ridiculous when I'm not even sure that carrageenan is impacting me. And I have people in my comments telling me, well, carrageenan is one of those things that has bothered me. I'm allergic to it. I have sensitivity to it. Fantastic. Then if you're going to use heavy cream and you have that sensitivity, then it makes sense. And that price bump is warranted for you, even though I don't necessarily think the price bump is warranted. I don't think they should be charging that much of a premium between gellan gum and carrageenan. But that's my opinion, and like they're not listening to me. But I mean, it's where is your line? Where is the line you draw between smart spending and quality? Like we talk about ingredients, and Chris Cook in Nashville talks about ingredients. And when you're buying things to make his recipes, say like egg white powder, you have to be mindful and look at the ingredients, and they change often to where they're adding, like sunflower lecithin or something like that in there that may cause the egg white powder to not do what you want it to do. It may be flat, it may not go to stiff peaks, or, all these different things. So ingredients for specific things do matter, but on a day-to-day basis, on day-to-day things, we're doing our best to avoid soybean oil, sunflower oil. We're doing our best to avoid canola oil on every single step of the day. We're battling natural ingredients. We're battling all of that stuff. We're battling a day-to-day battle. And where is the line? At what point do we just say, you know what? I give up, and this is the best I can do. This is the money I have. This is what I can afford. And if it's 98%, 97%, 95%, it's going to have to do. At what point do we have to do that? Because overall health, yes, is very important. But I understand as well that there's a lot of people, especially in our community, more so than the community at large or the population at large, that actually dig deep into the minutia. People who are doing strict carnivore, and then they're adding, low dose GLP-1s into their diet, trying to garner a specific, impact on their body composition. There's a lot of things that happen when you dig deep into the minutia, and you're willing to fork over the money for those things. But for the majority of us, what's the line? Is organic everything? Do you have to have farm fresh eggs? Or the Walmart bulk 5 dozen box, is that going to do it just fine for you? That's served us extremely well for a very long time. Same thing with the 5 dozen bulk we get at Costco, because as of late, it's been cheaper at Costco than it has been at Walmart. The other day, we went to Walmart and they were $27. $27 for 5 dozen eggs at Walmart. Great value, big box, generic, low quality, most likely, run of the mill quality, not free range, not pasture raised, nothing, just eggs. $27 for 5 dozen. During the pandemic, they were $3.12. So from $3 to $27 is ridiculous. How can then somebody justify maybe paying 2 or 3 times that amount to get pasture raised, farm fresh eggs from a farmer who may be taking advantage? I know that there's a good amount of you in my chats and in the videos here that have relationships with local farmers and still maybe pay $2, $3 a dozen for local pasture raised eggs. But that's the exception, not the rule for most of us. Most of us don't have those connections. I would love to have that connection. And if any of you guys know anybody in central Indiana, Brownsburg, Avon, Plainfield, all those things, anywhere out there near me that has that capability of providing me farm fresh eggs in the quantities that I need, I'm willing to supplement where I need to with Costco eggs, but because we go through a lot of eggs, sometimes more than a dozen in a day, just because, our granddaughter eats 3, Chandra eats 4, I may have 8. 6 to 8 in a day. So you have to understand, we go through a significant amount of eggs, so we need a significant supply. So realistically for us, buying the most expensive, best quality eggs we can is just not in the budget. Let's see. Carrie says the inventor of the ballet skirt was struggling for a name of his invention and finally put 2 together. I love it. Let's see. Let's see. Holly Springer said, Rockin' Keto Amy did the math before, and it's definitely less expensive for me to eat keto. The food is nutrient dense, and I don't have to buy as much food. 100%. I mean, yeah, we do know that, we do know that keto is more nutrient dense. Whole foods are more nutrient dense. But then it comes down to what quality versus what budget. So, I mean, we're looking here where Joe's asking a very valid question here. Define quality and define budget. I mean, think about it. If you have, $4 a pound beef budget and, the cheap egg budget, and you're struggling to right now to buy those things with that budget, you have to go and get the cheapest amount of meat you can, you know, or, then there's people who have like, a big budget, like Sean Baker, someone like Sean Baker, he's not worried about the cost of ribeye. He's eating 2 or 3 ribeye a day, and he doesn't care how much they cost. I'm sure at some level he does, because we're all budget conscious no matter how much money we have. But at the same time, we're all kind of attached to some kind of budget, and that budget really does limit us to the quality of the food that we can purchase. Whether we're, at the very low end or the very top end. Are you somebody who goes, you know what, I'll get all my stuff I need from Butcher Box and I don't have to worry about it. They're going to send me exactly what I need every month. Cool. That's awesome. But I don't think that that's most of us. Most of us are, paycheck to paycheck, or really, really close to being that way. And Rick Wynn says, following that idea, though, you have more nutrient dense food, but eat less. You can pay more for quality. Well, that is true. But then you also have to understand you're paying less for food, but the foods we do decide to eat cost more than than the low quality foods. So realistically, how much are you paying for roasts? How much are you paying for steaks? How much are you paying for hamburger? How much are you paying for eggs? How much are you paying for bacon? These are all valid questions. And how does that fit in with, your mortgage and your car payments and your air conditioning, your light bill, your phone bills? How does that all manage into your day-to-day costs? And really, I mean, we can't shame people for the decisions that they have to make. And I think that that's one of the things in our community we have to be openly supportive of. If you got a baloney budget and somebody else has got, prime, prime steak budget, they're able to afford the prime cuts and the prime marbling, or, like they eat everything that's Wagyu and they're spending, $30 a pound on their beef. Well, that's a different tax bracket, and that's okay. But I don't think realistically the cost versus the slight bump is necessarily always worth it. Like, is the nutrient density between Walmart grade tube 10-pound hamburger and buying hamburger from Whole Foods, or, grass-fed, grass-finished, if we put that under, and had it molecularly looked at with nutrients, is the percentage of nutrients versus, between the two, would the cost difference compare to the nutrient difference? I don't know if anybody knows that. We're just kind of flying blind here. Jahil says, I think your camera knows that you might be cough a live loogie out, so it's trying to protect you. Yeah. Yeah, I have sneezed and it's kind of shot across, like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been sneezing, and little loogie boogies have been coming out. So I appreciate, not being there. Be sure to like the video. Well, thank you, Carl. I appreciate you for being there. Everybody needs to like this. I'm on a little of a diatribe here. Yeah, Andrew says, yeah, Sicily, Alaska is a fictional town. It's actually set in the real town of Roslyn, Washington. Interesting show, regardless. I just watched it for the first time last year. Yeah, I just now started watching it for the first time this last year as well. We were looking for something new to watch because we had run out of episodes of stuff to watch. Yeah. Evelyn says they just made sure we were set on vitamins, electrolytes, and cold meds before we got hit with the major snow and ice storm tomorrow. The junk going around lingers forever. Yeah, it just seems to just kind of hang and hang and hang. Let's see. Chris says everyone hit that thumbs up 100%. I appreciate you, brother. Rockin' Keto Amy says, Evelyn, we are getting hit with snow too. I don't know if we're getting snow tomorrow or not. Joe says, but Dustin, by getting all these viruses from kindergarten, then you're building your immunity. You would think, but they just keep coming and they're different. And they keep hitting us hard. So it's like we're not getting better. We just keep getting worse. I don't know. Like there's just something that these kids are just packing heat. I don't know what's going on. Keto Simple out here making keto simple for folks. I hope so. I hope that I can come out here and kind of share my thoughts, my perspectives, and people can take away from that something to make their life easier, more simplified. Because I kind of wonder, how much weight is in spending more versus just spending what you can afford. And I understand that, the cost of medication, the cost of healthcare, the cost of all that stuff is very, very expensive. And, it's going to be cheaper in the long run to eat better. But at the same time, that's the long run. I got to make bills today. I've got to, I can only afford this much right now. So, yeah. Let's see. Jeanette is here. Jeanette Cleveland, thank you for joining us. They say, I know very few of us have the luxury of Woodman's, but they have a heavy cream called Sassy Cow that is amazing, clean, and reasonably priced. Woodman's is about 5 hours from me. I love Woodman's. Whenever I get a chance to go up to Wisconsin, I try to go to Woodman's. I know they're like near Waukesha and all that stuff, and there's one that I like to go to up there. I spend like an hour in there just walking around and looking at all the stuff. Fries Biscuit says, mailing steak and butter gals, element hack from bulk ingredients. Nice and clean and hella cheap. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I do appreciate about Element is they do post their ingredients on their website. So if you want to go and order all the things separately for yourself, you can make their product. It's not a big deal. They are one of the few companies out there that do that, and I do appreciate that. So I mean, I don't think they're a nefarious company, but I think they've had some missteps, and hopefully they can bounce back, and hopefully we can see something good from them. Evelyn said, if I got within 10 pounds of my goal weight and that was the only thing I was slightly unclean on, I would tighten it up just to see if it helped. I have such a long journey to go that it's not helpful now. I agree. Yeah, Woodman's in Wisconsin is awesome. I need to go check it out. Yeah, I just need to look at all the different places that we have around here and see who's got the cleanest cream for the less price. I want to think that Sam's Club heavy cream, their white box heavy cream, didn't have it in there, but it was kind of clumpy and would like bloop into your stuff, and I was like kind of turned off by that. Carrie says, I've been eating a lot of chicken leg quarters since it's cheap. Yeah. And I mean, you can't go wrong with chicken leg quarters because you're getting the thigh and the leg. You're winning there, bud. Cranky Carnivore is in the house. Greetings. Thank you for being here. Truly, truly appreciate you so very much. Let's see. Jeanette Cleveland says, I shop the Waukesha area since it's my neighborhood, but do note it's sold out often. Yeah. I think we'll be in the Waukesha, New Berlin area coming up sometime next month for a couple of days to visit the sister-in-law. She lives in that area, so I'm pretty looking forward to that. Just getting out of Indiana, getting into Wisconsin a little bit. I do like being up there. Oh, let's see. You can probably get quality, 8 C8, C10, MCT trooper. I just really, really, really like heavy whipping cream in my coffee. It's just one of the things that I have left. Let's see. They're 27 at our Walmart too. It's crazy. Yeah, Bride's Biscuit says eggs or nuts. I'm temporarily doing leg quarters instead of about a buck a pound or a bulk 80/20 ground beef, about $3 a pound. That's not bad. I mean, it used to be $1.99, $1.89, $1.79. It's crazy. Evelyn says, I get as much stuff as I can at Aldi. When the free shipping from Sam's Club, other stores that I have to go to, specialty items, I will have to wait. Yeah. Jaheel, thank you so very much. $20 super chat. Go buy something with this money. I don't know what to buy. What? Go buy it. I am going to be hopefully saving this up. I do have a lot of meetups to go to. March 8th, we have a Columbus meetup hosted by Maitreya. That's going to be our friends in the Hungry Hoarder, Sheath and Helly. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Heath and Shelly are coming up from Texas, and they're going to be meeting in Columbus, Ohio. And then April 1st will be in Elkhart. Shannon and I will both be there, provided this plague doesn't keep plaguing us. But we'll be up at Smokin' Fatties with Chris and Miriam, the Bears, and two crazy ketos, and Amy, and so many of you wonderful people will be there as well. Truly, truly, truly appreciate all you guys do coming out and supporting us. Thank you again, Jaheel. It means the world to me. Let's see. Cranky Carnivore Cutler. Wow, I was upset that Costco went from 3 to over 15 for 5 dozen eggs. Yeah, I mean the last eggs I bought from Costco were like 14 or 15 bucks for 5 dozen. I haven't paid $27 yet, and I don't want to. Look at this. Jaheel gifted 10, count them, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 KetoSimple memberships. I don't know who you are. I have to look at the chat and see who won those. If you won that and you're in the chat, say me. Let me see y'all. Oh my goodness. Bride's Bitsy said, I haven't had ribeye since pre-pandemic. Oh, that's ridiculous. They've had ribeye sales at Kroger, and we'll still buy them sometimes at like 14 bucks a pound at Costco, just because, I mean, what's life if you don't have a ribeye every once in a while? You know, I mean, that's kind of comes down to, budget, but just having something you like too, you know what I mean? Yeah, and Chris says, all you can do is the best you can do with what you've got. I think that's some kind of country song, isn't it, Chris? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be good with triple B and E, but I just need the caffeine, so I'm having a energy drink. I haven't had one really since we started this, but I am struggling today, boys and girls. Jaheel rocks. Yes, he does. Debbie says, would you be able to eat a steak and brisket every day? But let's see, I would love to eat steak and brisket every day, but unfortunately that's not in our budget. But the thing about brisket, though, brisket's actually pretty cheap, and as far as the grand scheme of meat is concerned, Costco sells it for like $4.29 a pound. I mean, you got to buy a whole lot of it, but I mean, really, you buy a big old brisket and cut it into sections or whatever and freeze it, and you're good to go. Brian, fly fisherman dish, Chris Cook in Nashville. All you can do is the best you can do with what you've got. This is exactly correct. I agree 1000%. Let's see. Bride's Biscuit. 7327 beef is the move. I will always be cheaper than decent quality hot dogs, potted meat, bologna, and even eggs. Chicken thighs and legs also, but what I can afford. A can of sardines too. I get my sardines when they're on sale at Costco. A lot of times they'll be like, they used to be like $6 or $7 for 6 cans on sale. That's when they were $9.99 regular, but now they're like $11 for 6 cans. So usually when they go on sale, I'll buy like a couple of those packages, stock up on them, because I'm the only person in the house that eats those. Joe says, what would you consider the top cost for, say, select a choice of just standard? If you can find a sale of higher level beef, would you buy it or stay with more or cheaper meat? When it comes to what's on sale, we've been buying like roast, like chuck roast, and cutting it very thin. And that's like $6 a pound. But if we found ribeye, we would go ribeye on sale, you know. I just think, I think it comes down to I just think it comes down to what your personal preference is. And I mean, realistically, when it comes to meat, we really like beef and some chicken. And chicken, we like chicken thighs. We don't eat a lot of pork except for bacon and pork belly. So, I mean, really, like our kind of range is pretty limited. So, we do focus on sales. And I look at things like Flip and I try to find what's on sale. And, like what Evelyn says, I try to find stuff on sale at Aldi. What's on sale at Costco the other day? We went to Costco and they had packages of sirloin steaks, $7 off a package. So you find a couple of cheaper packages and you get $7 off of that. Yeah. Brenda says, sorry you're feeling bad. Get rest. Exposing darkness. Hello, Steph. Thank you for being here. Shantae Hannah said, thank you for the membership. You're so very welcome. Doing the best we can, I do believe. Jaheel says, Timmy's outside playing in the snow in the dark. I trust him. He's a very independent 5-year-old. Saw a fire out the window and heard a loud bang, but I know he's safe because he's my child. Oh, the very real boy. The very, very real Timmy. Duck, go fast. Thank you, Jaheel, for the gift sub. Thank you, Duck, go fast. I appreciate you being here. Debbie Savings says, do you have Mucinex dust? And my husband took it, but finally had to come to antibiotic. Yeah, we have some Mucinex. Yeah, we have a bunch of it. I just haven't taken anything since last night. I usually wait to go to bed on that. Chris says, I buy the cheapest meat and the cheapest eggs and the cheapest butter as long as they're all real and clean and save my life. And that's how we keep the lights on. Yeah, and I mean, I buy butter from Costco. I buy the 4-pound blue brick of salted butter. I just basically make it as easy as I can and get the best food we can for the price. And I'm not too, I figure Whole Foods is probably going to be just fine. Scott Elliott in the house. Thank you, Scott. Truly excited that you're here. If you stop eating out, buying quality foods is easier on your wallet. Restaurants are up. Yeah, we don't hardly ever go out unless it's a meetup, or like a date night, which we hardly ever go on anymore. Yeah, we don't go out too very often. There's not a lot of places for us to go. Karen says, I have to buy the cheap eggs and ingredients while creating new recipes. Can't afford too many mistakes. Yeah. Steph said, Pleasant View Dairy has the cleanest heavy cream ingredients, cream and skim milk. I'd be interested in looking at that if I could find it in my area. Holly Springer says, an obesity MD told me the cheapest egg has the same nutrients as the most expensive eggs. And I've heard that, and there's conflicting stories with this. So you're going to find eggs that, chickens that are fed on soy and grain. It doesn't seem to be the same as if they were feeding on bugs and worms and other things that they could find in nature. So it seems like a chicken that's eating their natural free-range diet is almost always going to be more nutrient dense than a chicken in a cage eating soy and corn and stuff like that. But at what point? At what difference? At what, in the difference you're paying between the chicken, you can get a rotisserie chicken at Costco for $5 already cooked. Or you can buy one of their organic chickens, 2 of them for $20, and you have to cook it yourself. Where's the difference? Is that cost versus nutrition difference really worth it? Yeah, and Cranky Carnivore Cutler says, yeah, I absolutely accept. I splurge on Kirkland grass-fed butter for my coffee and lean meats. I get that kind of stuff for special occasions and such. Let's see. Restaurants have massive overhead and have to be expensive to turn a profit. Hence, coming home and being the best answer currently. Yeah, I mean, we go out to dinner very rarely. I mean, if we're having company or whatever, but we'll do what we have to do. I mean, everything's getting tighter. Our light bill just went crazy this month. Our light bill was like $200 more than last month for no reason. Let's see. I don't like it when I visit the dairy and they only have cream with bad ingredients. I'm not buying the ice cream, but the last time I went, I bought pickles. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, I figured you were coming. I don't know. I don't really have a list. I don't know. We maybe need to make a list. I just don't know how to make a list or check it twice. I don't know. What do you think, What do you think, Amy? You think we should do some kind of list? I don't know. G420. I love eggs. I'm not paying them prices. You can get protein and get other protein instead. Yeah, it's just difficult for us because our granddaughter eats eggs and she won't eat other things most of the time. Did I miss Charlie? I didn't think I missed Charlie. Somebody's saying hi to Charlie. Hey, Charlie. I don't think I saw Charlie. Am I missing something here? Let's see. Yeah, can't wait for April 1st. Let's see. Wow, I didn't know you could find brisket that cheap. I need a Costco membership, but the closest one to me is 2 hours away. It would be worth it to go once a month and stock up, though. Yeah, I mean, really, like I get our gas at Costco. Now, gas doesn't go towards our 2% cashback membership stuff, but I mean, usually 25 cents a gallon cheaper than the gas station by our house. So I'll drive 10 minutes to go to Costco and get gas in both of our cars. Joe says, I find the cheapest meat in my area if I'm willing to do the cutting. I found New York strip loin, $5.29 a pound, already cut, $69 a pound. 100%. I'm always willing to cut it if it's cheaper. A lot of times, cut versus uncut's like 10 cents a pound difference, and I don't think that's necessarily worth it. And whoever said that my camera not working was because me sneezing and letting big boogers out, totally hit the nail on the head because I just sneezed and it was pretty gross. And I'm glad you guys were not there to watch it. Bride's Biscuit says, I don't have a Costco or Walmart near me. I'm at the mercy of Amazon. They do have their sales, although not enough for beef. Where do you live where there's not a Walmart or Costco nearby? I'm just curious. Let's see. Pam is in the house. Pam Hudnall, are you in Nashville, Tennessee? I am not in Nashville, Tennessee. I am in Indianapolis, Indiana, central Indiana. So Chris Cook in Nashville is in the Nashville area, and I know there's other people maybe in the chat here that are not too far off either. I do make it down to Nashville every once in a while. I was just down there a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. Amy said, I think we should do a Google Sheet sign up. Maybe, probably. Debbie says April 1st is a big meetup, Dustin. Dang, I wish I could go. I'm sad about missing KPO. Had different plans for us. We wanted to meet all you guys. We've met you once, Dustin. Well, yeah, I know I met you once, Debbie. And you had to remind us that savings is not your last name. You know. But KPL, hopefully we see it again. I don't have high hopes that there will be a KPL 26. But hopefully we will be doing enough in the interim with smaller local meetups. I'm trying to do a meetup in Wisconsin in the Waukesha, like Milwaukee area one of these days. I wouldn't mind planning something there. Like if there's a B-dubs in the area, maybe do a B-dubs meetup or something like that. You know, try to get Steve from Serious Keto out. Maybe try to get the Keto twins to come up there. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do one of these days. That'd be really, really cool. Cranky says Costco will sell primal cuts. Just ask the butcher and back. Yep. Jahil says, what type of Costco membership do you have? I see an executive in gold. Executive gives deals on Costco services. Let's see. We have the executive membership, and it gives 2% cash back. There's all kinds of deals with like rental cars, hotel packages. Like we were looking into like when we were replacing our flooring, and we were looking into replacing at one point in time replacing our furnace, which we did. Like if you would do that, I think they give like if you get the flooring through them or a new furnace and air conditioner through them, they'll give you 10% of what you spent back on a gift card. You spend, say you spend $20,000 on flooring in your house, they'll give you a $2,000 gift card. Like, we signed up, through them, through T-Mobile to get new phones and a new service because I was really irritated with the AT&T one day, and we ended up getting, I think, like, $1,500 in Costco gift cards. That was pretty awesome. Oh, let's see. Oh, Debbie said, "Oops, my bad. I got mixed up and was thinking Exposing Darkness was Charlie. Sorry." Yeah, Charlie is Darth Carnivore and Steph is Exposing Darkness. I do have trouble getting that stuff, you know. Let's see. Debbie says, "So I want to go to Elkhart for the meetup, but I don't feel good about driving back here that late at night." I understand. Yeah, it's like a 3-hour drive for us, so we'll be up there and then we'll drive back. Jeanette Cleveland said, "Oh, yes, please. We have a B-dubs, but we have much better barbecue places within 20, 30 minutes in any direction from here." The only reason I usually think B-dubs is because they're usually pretty good about having space for people to meet up. I mean, if there's barbecue places up there, I don't know the areas all that well. If there's a place that would be willing to accommodate 20 to 40 people, let us know and we'll try to do that. I'll try to get a meetup going up there and reach out to the Keto Twins and see, because I know they're in the Chicagoland area. They may be interested in driving to Wisconsin. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how they are with hanging out with people. Steven Sears Keto. I think he'd be interested in a meetup. He doesn't want to drive very far. So if it's in his town, he may be likely to meet up. Debbie says, "Sounds fun. I don't have high hopes for another KPL either." I try not to be a negative Nancy. I just know that realistically, there's probably just not going to be one. I know if she goes a full year without doing it and she's doing the finance content and she stepped away from the keto stuff, and if she goes without a year, she may not really have the drive or anything to go back to it, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad at her. I am disappointed that if we don't get another KPL, because I got to go to two, and they were two of the best experiences with this community in person that I've had, because it was such a wonderful way to meet up with so many amazing people, and just the setting was great. The structure was great. I love the hotel. I understand why she loves that hotel. I also understand why she's frustrated with that hotel. But, Carnivore K, get well soon. $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Carnivore K. Truly appreciate you so very much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. She says, "Get well soon." I hope so. There's a BW3s in Waukesha. I think we've been to that one. I think we went there and they were out of traditional wings. I think we went after, it was like a Bucks playoff game that was like on Tuesday. It was a Bucks playoff game on a Tuesday, so it was like their cheaper wing night on a night where the Bucks were playing. So like they were completely sold out of wings the next day. I ended up getting the boneless wings, which is not great because they're breaded, but it was something. Debbie says, "Sounds fun. I don't have high hopes." Yeah, we just talked about that. Let's see. Jahil says, "Yeah, I don't care about those extras. I just want my mom to have a membership so she can go live her." I love Costco. Costco is a great place. I love going and just walking around. Twinbrook Acres is in the house. Thank you for being here, sir. Rick from Twinbrook Acres is a great person, great channel. Everybody, I think there's a channel. I don't know. I'm making things up here. My apologies. I think there's a channel. Yeah. Let's see. Jeanette's going to send me a list. Debbie says, "Evelyn, thank you. If it hit me when Dustin said he didn't see him in the chat, then I thought, oh, so I know." Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I apologize with my camera not doing what it's supposed to do tonight. But still, so many of you watching, over on the Facebook and on Twitter. So many wonderful faces that I don't get to see, just names and chats, but I am so glad that you are all here. Thank you all for the super chats, the membership donations. I have to go back now and update the memberships into the credits, because if you get the bare minimum or the 99-cent membership that I have, you get your name in the credits after each live. You'll see your name. Yes, your name will be right there saying thank you for being a member. And if you're new or you donate memberships, I'll make sure to put your name in there that you donated memberships so you see your name as well. Because that's what we do around here. Acknowledgement is key. Because if you do something good, I want to acknowledge it. Seems so much these days that we do get issues with we are more likely to see the bad than the good, and I want to see the good in everybody. So I was going to touch on some other things, but we are running out of time. It's like, we talked about where do we draw the line? What items do we refuse to overspend on? Are there healthy foods you think are overhyped or do not, or that are not worth the price? Do how do you handle price spikes or budget limitations? And I think this is a very good topic for a video in and of itself and not just a live, where I can kind of just dive deep and then just kind of put the information, in my opinion, out there. Food marketing versus reality. Are we being fooled? How much of a premium pricing is just clever marketing? Are organic grass fed always worth it? Are there better ways to prioritize our health? Hidden traps. What are some healthy products that are actually just overpriced gimmicks? I think there's a lot of supplements and powders and a lot of things out there that are kind of fall into this that I believe. I mean, realistically, the best whole food you can do is going to be the best vitamins you're going to get: meat, eggs. Budget strategy for high quality eating. Best to get high quality ingredients without, best ways to get high quality ingredients without breaking the bank. Is buying in bulk or sourcing directly from farmers worth it? Do you have the availability to do so? Do you have the connections to do so? Let's see. Are you getting the best deal when you do that from them? Are you going in halvesies or quarters with family members to buy a whole cow and get a quarter of it each of you? Tips for making quality food affordable, meal prep, buying local, all that fun stuff. Open discussion. What are your breaking point? Ask. We would talk about, like, what's the one thing you won't compromise on no matter the price? Flip side, what's the thing you refuse to spend extra for, even if it's better? These are all very important questions. And I think that I will probably need to dive deeper into this as a standalone video, all that fun stuff. Debbie Saving says, I understand. I know there was a lot for Autumn to do. To make it happen, my dad fell more ill and then passed away, and then just how life happens sometimes. Yeah. And my apologies about that. My apologies for your loss, and condolences and hugs and love. And, I mean, we never think that if we miss something that's not going to happen again. I mean, we just, that just happens all the time to us. And Evelyn says she's going to make you a friendship bracelet. Evelyn is the best at friendship bracelets. She makes them at every gathering that I've ever been to. I've got, I don't know, countless numbers of Evelyn bracelets in my nightstand. I try to keep and save each one because they do mean so much to me. It's crazy how the little bit of thread, colored thread, can mean so much. And it's just fantastic that we have such, amazing people in our community. But with that, Debbie says, "Thank you, Evelyn. I am shocked at how he passed away." Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm feeling like garbage. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your kind words, your super chats, your donations to memberships. I am truly, truly appreciative to each and every one of you. Again, a reminder: stick around for the credits. After the credits, you will be directed automatically over to Keto Chow's live tonight. They go live in just a couple of minutes. It's 9:08. They go live at 9:15. Thank you all so, so very much. Again, stick around for the credits. See who is a member and think about putting your name on the list. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great night.